Girls and guys, welcome back to the YouTube channel. Now, sticking on the theme of nice Italian cars, we've had some in recently. We've had a couple of nice Fiat Coupes. I've had a very nice Ferrari GTC Lusso. Now we've got a lovely Alfa 145 Cloverleaf. Wow, I loved it. This is a car that doesn't come out much, but I very much do like it. Just getting a little bit more of this car in. She is quite a low, I believe a low mileage car. Let's have a look, I can't remember. Yeah, 78,000. A 78 mile bad boy. The other one was, yeah. Mate, she is a clean 145, coming in for its annual spruce up. It's 5-year time, so that means it's cam belt and service time. Hold on, let's have a little underskirt shot. There we go. Pow. Clean as you like. Now, this one is going to be in for cam belt, water pump, balance belt kit. Sorry, cam belt kit, water pump, balance belt kit, service, MOT. So before we do anything on this, we are going to get it over to its MOT, get a pass on it for another year, bring it back, and then we're going to rip through it. So let's do that first. I'm just about to bring it over for its MOT, but can we just have a minute for the old school Sony stereo, where you got the little deep bass bit? Oh my God. I remember my dad had one of these. And I can't remember what car, but he did have one. Tape player. For people that date of births don't start 19, that's a tape player, not a phone holder. Alright, so we just finished doing the service on it, which was nice and easy. It's passed its MOT, it's good. Now we're on to the timing belt. We see the Tipex marks and the balance belt's Tipex marks. It's probably for me, from my last time, I still put Tipex on them, even though we use the locking tools. Now, what's missing from here? Let's just tell you. Auxiliary belt, which was just 113, that comes out nice and easy. And then 4 bolts for the lower crank pulley, and a 15 for the idler that goes here, then 3 on the floor there. We've got them out. While it was here as well, just to point out, a lot of these don't have it, but this one does. There is a stud just up here, which is a 10mm. Easy to get it from underneath. And that releases this cover, which we'll get that out from the top. I don't know. Oh, actually, I've just given myself another problem there. Yeah, that's got to come out from the top. I can't break that because these are impossible to get hold of in a mint condition with the 10mm. Oh, no. Okay, yeah, that's out. Weren't planning on doing it, but yeah. 10mm goes from the side. You got 2 Torx to go on that side. So that's out. Result. Put that with the ever growing pile of stuff. Now, all of the bolts out, just loads of Torx sockets around here, in there, blah, blah, blah. Let's get them off. Okay, so now the beautiful cam belt covers are off. That's all good. I need to disconnect the battery. Okay, we've got timing tools out. We've got TDI gauge in, so we need to spin it around to TDC cylinder 1. Spark plugs out over there. We're going to put the cam locks on once we get it to TDC. Shouldn't have any timing issues. Everything should be bang on. Hasn't done many miles since this last cam belt, to be fair, but we always use the locks and the gauge because we do it properly. So yeah, time to spin the engine round. So we're at TDC, block 1, block 2, they're not tightened down yet, and we have made our keep them in the right position cardboard thing. I always do this on every single car, be it GTAs, be it 3.2s, anything. GTA and 3.2 is the same thing. V6 or twin spark always gets the cardboard makeshift thing. I should 3D print myself something like this to make it a little bit better. But anyway, so we're going to tighten that all down and then start doing the belt. You know what, I love it when it was me that did it before. So I've made a mark there to there. Focus. Focus. There you go. So yeah, I've got marks there. I've got my other marks there, and then the balance belt marks are there. That one, I must have been blind when I did it. I've remarked the cranks, I always do, but yeah, everything's lining up beautifully as I left it 5 years ago. So makes me very, very happy. I see why people get like put off doing these belts, but they're really not that bad. Once you've got them cam locked up, TDC gauge in, cylinder 1, there's some special, got special little tools for these to adjust the belts, but they're actually, I say, fairly easy. So now what we're doing is we're going up in the air. There's a 10mm nut that you need to undo that releases the tensioner. balance belt tensioner. There you go, brain fart there. Right, let's get that out. It is in there. So you undo that, and then the tensioner can move. You can actually like move it around from here, but we're not going to do that. We're just going to do it properly. Undo that because we've got to change the tensioners anyway. Missed a bit. So I've undone the tensioner already. No, just take that off. That's out. The balance belt tensioner is off. That 10mm. It's on the floor there. The idler is off, and now the actual cam belt tensioner is off. Gonna lower it down, do the water pump, everything like that. And I'm gonna undo the 4 bolts that you see there on the intake cam pulley so we can freewheel that. Might need to take it off to get the water pump out. I can't remember, I don't think you do. But we'll find out in a second. Freewheel it, replace the water pump, fill it up with some go-go juice, top up the oil again. And before you know it, she's gonna be back on the road for another 5 years. This car, you will be seeing this car at some shows because the customer does love it dearly. And I understand why. It is lovely. I love a 145, man. Okay, inlet pulley is off. Water pump is in the bucket, or in the tub, and it's just draining nicely. Release the pressure from the cap. So I'm gonna leave that to drain for a minute. As we are approaching 2 o'clock, I need to have something to eat. Okay, we've got a nice metal water pump to go in. We are starting the rebuild. She has dribbled out as much as she's going to dribble out. We're just going to clean up all the maintenance surface and slap it in. Water pump is in. Got a new tensioner in, new idlers in. Water pump, yes, I have used a bit of silicone around it because I just don't trust them. I have trust issues, people. If it was a brand new engine, then I wouldn't do it, but do you know what? I've done it. So what? If you don't like it, let me know in the comments, but either way, I don't care. Now, I'm going to whack a belt on, get it tensioned up. Haven't torqued that bottom bolt up yet, or I haven't torqued the water pump up yet. I'm going to get it on and then do final torques once I've got it all set. But so far, we are good. Nothing has moved. Okay, so the INA timing belt is all on. Now, just going to say for the record, in all of my videos, you'll mainly see that I only use INA. Mainly because I like them. Never had any issues with them. The kits are brilliant. They've got everything that I need. I like them. Some people hit and miss. Me, it's always been a hit. So let's keep it that way. Now, I've got the timing tensioner tool in. I'm going to try and do this in one go. So if we look, we're looking for the arrow to flick up to the dot. Now, I'll show you what that means in a minute. Okay, so we are going in. We're giving it a twist and a turn. Now, I don't know if anyone can see it. There's the little arrow. The arrow's rising. The arrow's rising. And bingo was his name. Now, ratchet, tighten. Got to put the phone down. Very good, very nice. Now, I don't care. Again, my personal preference, I always go a little bit above. It's just the way I do it. So, we're all tensioned up. I need to tighten up these. And before you do anything along them lines, first thing to do is go down. Is our cranks to where we left it. Feeling cranky, very good. And for the record, I'm never going to stop with the terrible puns. It's just part of me now. It is just what it is. Right, listen for the C chord. Okay, now with the second of the day of the INA kits. This one's actually made in Italy, the other kit's made in Romania. Anyway, so this INA balance belt kit, that one, the new tensioner's on. That one's still marked up where it should be. And I believe that one is still marked up where it should be. So now, the slippery doodah this one on, and then we get to turn the engine around a few times to make sure everything's all okay. Okay, balance belt is all in. Now, I had to lower it down and remark that one to that one, so it was annoying me because I couldn't see it. That's all in. Now, special timing tool number 2 is in. I'm gonna twist it, tension it, and then tighten up the 10 at the back. A big fast forward, we're full here, everything's back together. Connect the batteries. No auxiliary belt and a few bits still left to go and some more covers and stuff, but just for the start of procedure, let's do this. 3, 2, 1, squeaky bum time. Straight into life. Obviously battery light's on because there's no auxiliary belt, but yeah, happy days. Right, let's turn it off and rebuild. Right, auxiliary belt on, arch liner on, all the other bits are on, wheel on, the socket is in there, so I've got to torque it up. Then to finish the bits up top. Okay, time for a nice little road test with this little beautiful Alfa 145. Do you know what I love about these cars? And I'm sure other people understand how far away the dashboard is on the passenger side. In the event of an accident, you've got a long way to that dashboard to think about your actions if you're not wearing a seatbelt. Right, been on road test. She's now just getting up to temperature to make sure everything's all good. You can turn it off in a minute, check the coolant level, double check the oil level. So this one is done. Obviously, please feel free to like and subscribe to the channel. It does mean a lot to us. We do appreciate you. So, till the next video.